Welcome everyone to another episode of the Warmup. I'm here with the guys. Got the full squad today. It is me, Chris Walker. We got Deuce, no chance. He is still out here with no chances, and KRL is in the business. Say what's up to the people who are tuning in this episode, guys.
What's up? What's up? Thanks for joining us.
What it do?
Cool. And if this is your first time rocking with us, this is a place where we talk about sports, current events, and things in between through the lens of Black culture, man. Check us out every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform, whether that's Google, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Anchor.
Anchor, wherever you get your podcast from, man. That's where we at. And then, if you're on YouTube, you can check us out the video. And just feel free to drop a comment, like, subscribe, tell a friend if you like what you hear. Check us out on social media as well. We're on IG and Twitter at _warmup_pod. We're also on TikTok, selling all of or giving away all of our information to China at the.warmup.pod. We do also have Reddit, Grindhouse, NTWK, and we have a Discord where you can come in and chat in a safe space about sports and non-sports related things. And that is also Grindhouse Network, which is a sociable domain, public domain. So feel free to check those out as well. Like I said, the likes, man, the comments, all that stuff, man, it just helps with the algorithm on all the respective platforms. So it helps us get a little bit more exposure. And again, it helps us give you more of what you want. So, please do your part and we're going to continue to give you what you want. So anything else you guys want to add?
Nah, man, I think you hit all them notes as per usual.
Okay. All right, I should do Chris Walker the fourth, but it's okay, man. I'm just Chris Walker the second. So, we'll move on, man. We talking about the playoffs, man. We're deep in the playoffs, second round, and we having some very back and forth haymakers and some nip and tuck series, and yeah, we're getting down to the bigger things, the finality of the second round, and man, we got a lot to talk about, man. Like I said, we missed last week. Sorry we couldn't hit you with one last week, but we're gonna go ahead and make it up with you for this week by talking about these teams. So first and foremost, man, we're gonna talk about the East. Miami Heat and the Knicks. They have been, it's been one of those things where you don't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Orange and blue skies. They started coming with all these things. Bing bong. I don't know if you guys know what that reference is. Bing bong has been, shutting down 7th Avenue because they win a game, so on and so forth. Julius Randle is went from All Star to who, and Jalen Brunson went from who to All Star. And Jimmy Butler is just keep doing Jimmy Butler things. So that's the crazy part about it. But the Miami Heat, man, they're up 3-1 right now. And they just look like they just in control of everything. And New York can't seem to figure it out. And it's all been galvanized by, at least on the floor, all been galvanized by Jimmy Butler. So I understand someone said something about the organization and the identity there and how everyone should get the credit. But, we know who putting the buckets in there. His name is Jimmy Bucket. So I'll start with you. No chance. Heat.
Great.
What do you think? What are your thoughts on the Miami Heat? You think they can close this out, man? This is the elimination special, man. By the way, so.
Golly, the way they closed at home.
I think you're on mute, bro.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, it's been a great run for them guys so far. The way they closed out in round 1 versus the Bucks at home, like, it definitely gives you the vibe that they don't go in there thinking like, well, we have another game in case we need it. I think they're gonna definitely go in there and try and finish things off. I think they're gonna try and hit them hard and hit them fast. I think one of the reasons we were talking about a pre-pod that we even say you got to look at the team and the organization because Jimmy had a little ankle injury. And top of that, he had some back during the first round, but whatever, he ended up injuring his ankle. He went out. Randall came back in, and they still found a way. So I think that's what they're talking about. Like, he's just, we talk about how Jimmy's just being so phenomenal, but he even himself said you got to give it credit to the team. When he's able to get aggressive and get all these looks, it's because of the team effort. And they found a way when he's not there, too. There's always another guy hanging around. Or maybe another couple of guys giving you double-digit points to help get these wins. So, really loving it, what I'm seeing right now. With the Knicks, I thought this was going to be a tighter series, to be honest. Because, it was a good matchup during the regular season, but they call him Playoff Jimmy for a reason, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So that's my observation on the situation. Go
Cool.
Heat.
Deuce, man. What you got, Deuce? What you observe? Are you
You
watching the
know,
game?
because I'm looking at the box score, man. It's been a Miami Heat type of ball game, man. They've slowed it down. It's murky. It's tough. It's physical. I mean, look at the stats from the last game, man. Everything kind of lines up, man. Both teams shot 47 to 48% from twos, 32 to 33 from 3 point. The biggest difference, man, even the turnovers were within the margin, right? The rebounds, man. Rebounds. Miami got 10 more rebounds than New York, right? That's possibly anywhere from that's a couple more points in them, right? Could have been a difference in the game. They wanted it more. And you see Jimmy's playing more facilitator role now. He doesn't have to do all the heavy lifting as far as scoring. We got Bam hitting the glass hard, man. And I mean, Bam had 13 rebounds, and no one in New York had doubles. Randall came close with 9. So, yeah, Bam leading the way with 13, and everyone else for Miami chipped in. So, it's the type of game that Miami's known for winning. If they can slow you down and get you into a dogfight, who you gonna put your money on, man? Jimmy Buckets, man. Jimmy Buckets, Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, man. Every time. If they can get you in that type of game, they know how to win those games.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Kat, you got anything you want to add to that?
Man, I just have to echo that sentiment with the team. The whole team activity has been on point. Like Red said, I thought it was going to be a pretty tight series going in, but after game 1 and knowing what they just came off of doing against the Bucks, I like, man, all the momentum is in Miami's favor. And winning that game 1, I think put them in the driver's seat. Again, whenever you can steal home court advantage off rip, I think it's going to be a benefit to you. And then even when Jimmy Buckets was up, it was still like, look at these guys, they're still out there balling, they're playing. The referees, I think, gift wrapped game 2 and handed it over to the Knicks. I think some bad calls were made on the stretch. So honestly, this could easily have been over already. It could have been a sweep. So after that game 2, I was like convinced. In my mind, I was like, all right, Knicks ain't winning any more games unless they buy that ref. They ain't winning no more games unless they buy the ref, because from what I'm seeing, the grit and the grind that Miami's playing with, this quote unquote underdog type persona that they're coming out with, man, it's hard to stop. And even when they look like they're about to be down, they find a way. They just seem to keep finding a way. And I think that's what it is when it comes down to the playoffs. Yes, it can look pretty sometimes, but not all the time. And you got to know how to get those greedy wins in. And I think Miami is the perfect team to do so and to be causing all these upsets in the playoffs right now in the East.
Cool. When you mentioned the officiating in game 2, are you talking about someone specific like Scott Foster, or are you talking
Mr.
about
Foster,
Nah,
bro.
he's been getting a lot of attention. I don't know who the ref was, man, but
You say about the rim graze when they didn't want to reset the clock?
The rim graze, the and one on the 3 before the dude even put up with a 3. They gave him 4 points on that play, and then it took away 2 points from them on the other. So it was like, and it was a close game, and those things mattered down the stretch. So it is what it is. But like I said, it ain't any more games being won by New York Knicks. That's it. It's gonna be a closeout. I'll put my money on it. It's done. It's over.
No, you don't think Thibodeau has something in his bag, a change up, an adjustment he could do?
They gonna throw D Rose
To
in there?
counter. I'm shocked I haven't
Hey,
seen D
he said he's still valuable.
Yeah.
Unless we get some breakdown by Miami, which is like, okay, yes, to me New York has been trying to play well, but the energy that Miami's been putting forth. So the boards you mentioned, Deuce, Knicks should be winning on the boards.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we know that part of the game is heavily based on effort and energy.
Yeah.
So I can't coach that. I can't teach you that. I can't give you that. And right now, Miami seems to want it more, but I feel like that's also a cliche. I think everybody wants to win the game. Everybody wants to get to the chip. But the way it's manifesting, the want is manifesting more from Miami side than it is from New York side. And even when they try to double down and take these runs, Miami seems to have a punch back, a counter attack. So if they've maintained that way of doing things, it's a wrap. But if they suddenly, everybody goes cold, Because Jimmy needs help, like you mentioned. He's not out
Mhm.
there doing Devin Booker things with respect to scoring. He's not out there doing 53 points Jokic things with the scoring. He's getting modest 28, 29-point games, but it's just the whole team effort clicking at the right time, at the right place down the stretch. So to me, that just needs to be the thing that maintains, and the win is in the bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least in this series, he hasn't put up those kind of numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a has to.
He was going crazy.
Yeah.
Superman, man. Michael Jordan Jr. right here. I do like how Spo's keeping Lowry fresh, bringing him off the bench, letting Vincent start. Who they split minutes. I can't say Vince is doing the bulk of the minutes. They're splitting minutes. Preserving Lowry, he's been really effective in this new role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's been a couple of games where Gabe Vincent just came out hot, like hitting threes, frustrating them, penetrating, getting some baskets. So I do like it. And like you said, like Lowry's coming off the bench and it's quality minutes.
Yeah,
Quality, like high quality minutes.
good minutes.
Good assist
Hey,
to
don't-
turnover
don't-
ratio.
don't let us get
all kind of stuff.
Well, let Miami get another Duncan Robinson sighting. Oh,
Oh yeah, that birthday
Hey,
game
hey,
was something special. I'm
Hey, he had 3 points last game. So,
I know, right?
He's trying.
you know.
You can't, to Jordan Poole's frustration, you can't just get sidelined and get going. It's hard. It's hard, and that's
It
why they
is.
put people on the bench sometimes. Like, hey, you get limited time, you figure out a way to be quality, find a way to be
hey,
productive.
Lonnie
Yeah.
Walker. I know we're not talking about that series, but Lonnie Walker figured out a way to get quality from garbage time minutes in the previous game to heavy minutes the next game.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So did J. Michael Green, by the way.
Oh,
You guys forgot about him.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know.
Jimmy.
Okay. But yeah, I had nothing else to add to this one. I will mention just briefly that yeah, it's an all-out effort from the team. That's basically the only difference between these two games, these two teams essentially. Knicks is basically the big three: Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, and Jalen Brunson scoring bulk of your points against Jimmy. Sorry, I say Jimmy Butler. The Heat, but Jimmy Butler is scoring. Strus is getting in when he can. Lowry's giving you some good points. I mean, even Kevin Love is being productive doing his touchdown passes, which is just always a good
beautiful.
point.
Outlet pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a highlight.
So I mean, they're getting one way to always look at like a good quality win or like good effort, team effort, is if you see the spread of points throughout. Like, we, with the exception of the Suns, who we will talk about soon. The people who are winning, you're getting it from these players who are role players who are doing these, coming in the right time, coming off the bench, deep off the bench, and ain't played in 7 games, 10 games, and then just giving you quality, production. And that's what sometimes just makes the difference. I mean, even I say the Suns, it's mainly Devin Booker, but I mean even the last game when Shamet was hitting those corner threes, or he was just knocking down threes all of a sudden after he's been quiet for like 2 or 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need. You need your role players to step up and just come through, while majority of the bulk is being your main stars. So yeah, the Heat just play with a way more energy, more hustle, more grit, and I mean they basically just are willing their way through this series, and the Knicks just don't have an answer. They don't have anybody that hard nosed, except for Taj Gibson. I think he's still on the team, but I don't think he's playing.
No, I haven't seen any.
Nah, he's not on the team.
Oh yeah,
I don't see him on the rock. Nah, I don't see him. I think Josh Hart is like, he's hard nosed.
He didn't show up last
he's
game,
kind of.
I was surprised.
It's kind of funny. I think about Tom Thibodeau, man. I like him. I like his persona. But you think about the Chicago teams and the Timberwolves teams with Jimmy, he had the talent, specifically Chicago and the Timberwolves teams. He had the talent to go further than what he did. The knock on Thibodeau was he didn't want to play the youngsters, and he was slow to make adjustments.
Yep.
And I think that might be rearing his head again, which I hate because I really liked his coach.
Yeah.
As a persona, he's a good regular season coach. I think the playoffs, he's reluctant to make those adjustments. Well, Spo was like, yo, whatever, let's try it.
Yep.
Whatever you got, let's try it.
You got 5 minutes. Show me what you got.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we predicting that the Heat are gonna close out this series. or the Knicks gonna make it a game 7?
I don't know if it's gonna go to 7.
Nah, it ain't going to
Well,
7.
if it ain't going to 7, then the Heat gonna close out.
Yeah, they gonna close out.
Okay.
I mean, game 7 closeout is a closeout too. What you saying?
I mean, I'm just saying, but game 7 is like, hey, we fall back now. We all kind of like, it's back to 0-0. We could just one last game.
The next game is game 5. You got 5 and 6.
Yeah,
they could win one.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
okay. So game 6. So you said game 6 is what you're trying to say.
Oh,
I
you
think
saying
the Heat. I think
he
Heat are gonna come out aggressive and try and close out. That seems to be their mindset. So I think it's gonna be game 5, but the Knicks can get it to 6. It's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
Especially if they get the bag to the right guy.
Nothing's impossible.
Hey, what's Foster? What is he referencing? Was
Uh,
it Tony Brothers? Is the other one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a fan of
So-
officiating this year, but
I don't.
It has been trash.
Here's a question for you guys. Name any other sport where you know the 2 refs' names.
none.
Exactly.
But we don't know their
maybe
names.
boxing
But
back when it was like Mills Lane, but even now it's just like whoever is like mostly worried about the judges. Like
Yeah.
refereeing, like he's supposed to be out of it. Like you're not supposed to be deciding games all in the mix and blowing the whistle just in case and not blowing the whistle just like it's too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Sure, man.
yeah. So. All right. Yeah. We'll keep it moving then. The Western Conference or Western semifinals, man. Golden State Warriors, who's got 5 championships sometime. 4 championships. I don't know. I kind of lost count. Against the Lakers, who also got some championships.
We're not gonna
and
talk about.
stuff.
We're not gonna talk about possible closeout game between Philly, Boston, elimination.
Yeah. If you want to talk about them first, you want to talk about them first. You want to say in the East? East.
You don't gotta spend a lot of time.
All right, man. My bad. My bad. Next time, I'll let you drive it, man. I'll let you MC. Oh man. All right, man. Let's talk about it, man. Philadelphia and Boston, man. This is something that we thought. Well, I thought it was gonna be a easy path for the Boston Celtics to, go ahead and get their stuff together. Go ahead, knock these folks out, keep it moving to the conference finals. And Embiid said no. He took out the MVP. He trying to show y'all what he about. Apparently, man. So apparently, he been charging me what he about. Because apparently, he already showed y'all what he was about and stuff. And it wasn't. It's not even to me. It's not even just about Embiid. It's about James Harden, who actually showed up for 2 games. It's about Tyrese Maxey. It's about Tobias Harris. It's about all the other players who, DeAnthony Melton, which I hate that we got rid of. But I have been wrong, and it's not beyond the pale in playoffs, man, for me to be wrong. It's probably one of the rare times where I'm wrong is NBA playoffs, man. And so,
here we go.
Harden gave you more than 2. I think
2 games.
I think
This series.
Yeah, I think more than 2. I feel like this last game. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I feel like this last game, like, sure, he didn't have the I'm the guy game, but he was facilitating, and he got points on the board.
No, last game was a good game.
Yeah.
He's talking about game 2 and game 3, where game 3, I think, was just, it was horrible he wasn't playing well. He was indecisive.
Terrible, indecisive.
It was horrible to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Game 2, it was bad, but he was still trying to drive a little bit more aggressive. He was just missing shots, missing the same shots he made in game 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I think his confidence, which makes no sense to me, got a little shook. And in game 2, he kind of slowed down. His aggression was there in the beginning. He was missing on those aggressive attempts, and then he just slowed down throughout the course of the game. I don't know what happened there. But game 3 was just a hot mess.
Yeah, that was terrible. And then game 4, I think it started off not so great, but he found his stride at the end when it mattered. And then game 5, he had a decent game. So that's more than 2 games. So he only had 2 games. That's the only pushback I had.
Well, my bad. Yeah, game 1 he practically carried, and then game 4.
That was Houston Rockets. I'm the guy Harden.
Oh yeah,
like, that was a wonderful.
He gave you 1.
he wanted to show you the range because he gave you the one. Just to show you.
So he showed us on the way out Houston Rockets, and then on the way in prime Houston Rockets. Okay, gotcha.
So that was a little bit tumultuous, but I wouldn't say that I thought the Celtics were gonna have it easy because they struggled against the Hawks, which I felt like they should have closed out when DeJounte Murray was injured. I mean, suspended for bumping into the rim.
Yeah.
So they've had these issues closing out. So I had them as my favorite coming out, or at least I expect them to win. Not my favorite, but especially with Embiid being injured. But they just, I don't know, they struggle. They got some woes in there. I don't want to blame it on coaching because these guys have shown throughout the season they know what to do. They know how to do it. I don't want to say all of a sudden, oh, now he's being out coached. It's a lot of the same plays, a lot of the same mentality. They haven't been showing up the right time. And even that, I think it was the first game they lost, a lot of silly mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Silly turnovers, costly turnovers at the worst time. So I don't know. That's what I thought. But I did not have Celtics walking through the 76ers. Not this season. Not if people are healthy.
See, that's my issue. Is that number one, it really hinders on Embiid's health, and number two, in the event that Embiid is unhealthy or Maxey is out, can Harden actually step up and maintain his level of greatness that he can, his ceiling that he can hit? And we've known Harden to be in the playoffs how many years in a row, and how many of those years have he just kind of been like subpar of what we've seen throughout the regular season?
Actually, I think I seen the stat that Harden's been in the playoff every year of his career.
Yeah. It's literally he's been in every year of his career. And aside from the OKC days, he has not been as, he wouldn't be what you would expect.
I don't know, because that one time they should have beat the Warriors, but they just couldn't, the two
missed
guys,
27
they just want to keep
shots.
shooting threes. Like, nobody was
The
just
great
like,
21.
let me just dribble to the paint. Like, all they had to do was just stop shooting the three ball, literally. They had such a lead. So, I don't want to say he ain't have a performance. We've had some bad moments, flashes to mind. I remember when Dwight Howard was on the time, and he passed Dwight Howard at the 3-point line. There's some fumbles. But he's been there. They had to change the rule for him. Let's not say he wasn't there. He was killing, drawing fouls, and making that little push off, whatever you want to call it, hitting the three ball. That was him. That was the signature in the playoffs. So
but they weren't calling those in the playoffs. They were calling during the regular season. When the playoffs came, then he was looking for those fouls and he wasn't getting them.
Yeah, that would be the big upset. But I mean that push off and that little step back was still high.
It was hitting.
Yeah.
When that step back's hitting, I mean, he's back to being one of the most dominant offensive weapons in the league. But when it's not hitting,
and then
that's where problems happen.
And then y'all always try to tell me, and I be trying to have faith. You're like, Chris Paul's gonna get in. So Chris Paul got injured in that series as well.
Oh man!
And then we were talking about this year, and I was like, I don't know. He already got injured. He kind of rested. He recovered. Lo and behold, who's out again? So that's also a part of it.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
that's NBA tradition right
Clockwork.
now. Tradition. So
it's so sad, man.
So yeah, that was my real big issue. I mean, Boston have been pretty. They've been had some losses this season, but it's been obviously like looking at their record, they've had enough successes of focus to where they can actually sustain the top two, the top two position in the seeding. So, again, Atlanta should have been an easy out, and what they dropped two against the Hawks.
Yeah,
and I mean, one's fine. Yeah, two, I could chalk it up to you would think just go ahead and close this out, but not really give it the amount of attention that it deserves for a team that's going to be on the brink of elimination. And again, similar thing that happened with the Bucks.
That's not championship basketball. Every game got to be a game. If you over here thinking like that, that's already the red flag.
I agree. And I mean, to be honest, like I said, it's ever since Tatum and Jaylen Brown have been on that team, they, aside from Al Horford, well, I wouldn't probably want to say the guy has the wise words in the upper person who's been deep in the playoffs, because he's also had his own playoff woes too with the Atlanta Hawks. But sometimes people have to show you how to kind of keep that playoff edge or a mentality like lock in situation. A little fun fact: I don't think before the Redeem team, LeBron had won the championship, but he got around Kobe, and it kind of helped mold a lot of his work ethic a little bit. But yeah, sidebar. I'll just say this, man. I didn't expect this to be. I didn't expect it to be a walk in the park, but I did expect for them to edge out, and now they're down 2-3, and that's something that is, even this last game, they got knocked out by they lost by 20 points. It was a 15-12 point game by the time that the game concluded, and I'm just like, to lose double digit game in a game 5.
Yeah.
Like that just doesn't. That to me just seems like you don't even have focus. And then the previous game, where Jason Tatum took forever to get into the game into the play, to the point to where they end up missing that shot. Well, not missing the shot. They made the shot, but the time expired.
Yeah.
Bro, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Or even like someone pointed out, like Jaylen Brown. Why are you leaving James Harden in the corner?
Yeah.
You guys are up by. You guys are up by 2.
Yeah.
So it's just stuff like that, right? So
it's mental lapses.
And to me that I know you say you don't want to blame the coaching. Sometimes coaches keep you they're supposed to preach like discipline and focus and get you back focus and back discipline.
Yeah. And
so, again, I don't want to blame it. This is first year, but maybe that is the missing ingredient to kind of keep them focused and keeping their eye on the ball instead of like thinking about the home run already.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's just a little surprising that regular season. We've seen that from them where they had these lulls. Maybe they dropped the game here or two that they were supposed to win, but they had a very strong regular season. It seems like right when the playoffs started, you start seeing these. Maybe that's where the coaching comes in, and it's like all the other coaches know how to turn it up and point out those mistakes and know how to like focus on those. These are the mistakes you're gonna make, and maybe that's where coaching comes into play. It just seems as soon as the playoffs started, it's just like, what's going on with y'all?
What's going on?
I'm definitely very hesitant to blame the coach because it ain't like these people are computers or machines where you put the code in and the code get executed.
Yeah.
You could be talking to them, you could be telling them, you could say all the right things. That don't mean the coach is gonna then be responsible for executing on all those right things in which he tried to instill. So teaching and learning goes hand in hand. Yeah. You can't teach someone who ain't soaking it up. So at the end of the day, this team has experience, more experience than the coach has with respect to being at the helm, getting into the playoffs. They've been there many times. They won the East last year, so they know what the goal is. They know what time it is, and they should know what's necessary in order to get there because, again, they've been fighting to be in that position for the past few years. So that's the only reason I'm hesitant to put the coach on blast because it's like, when you're a certain age, I'll be telling you ABC, XYZ. After a while, I shouldn't need to drill it in anymore. I just need to just tell you, hey, this is what you're doing, and you're supposed to pick it up. You're supposed to be like, yeah, you're right. My bad. I got you. And before this game, I heard Brogdon saying, oh, this is a must win. You know what I mean? We got to play with desperation.
Yeah, they sure did. They desperate to get to game 6. Like, mail this at home, fellas.
Yeah. This is your desperation play?
Yeah.
This is one of the teammates. This is one of the team guys saying that. You know what I mean? Which means that should have been the energy in everybody's bones. And that's what we got. Man, they've been disappointing, to be honest with you. From that Atlanta series to now, I started to lose faith in the Atlanta series, and I started to pick up faith in Sixers. I started to pick up faith in Sixers in the last 20 games. And I think they really became a bit dominant in that stretch, especially Embiid. Seemed to be, he was peaking at that time. So I started to lean towards the Sixers as being a very good contender in the East. But in my mind, I still had Boston coming out. That's completely changed.
Yeah.
That script has been flipped.
Yeah. Even that play you was talking about where Smart made the 3, but it was after the shot clock. There was criticism to the coach. Why didn't you call the timeout? He's like, that was the play. That's why you let it run. And the play was the right play. Is the execution. Like they got to know how much time left on the clock.
Yeah. I agree. I agree, bro. A half a second.
Yeah.
It's like the KV foot on the line.
Oh,
Like
the
Yeah.
fingernail.
Yeah.
Fingernail.
so yeah,
Toenail,
man.
I mean, toenail. Yeah, it was a shoelace.
Game of inches.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Anything you want to add to that, Deuce?
Nah, you guys hit it. You guys covered it. Boston is, that's what I said, that's just a really complexing team to watch. They have the ingredients. For some reason, that turkey ain't cooking, man. I don't know what's up.
They've got to turn the heat on.
Y'all ain't season it. I gotta season the meat.
So, hey man, I need Boston to make it to the finals, so Lakers can make it to the finals, so we can see LeBron and Tatum part 2. I just need this to happen, yo. I need everybody got the way, so we can see this happen. You know what I'm saying? And we could go ahead and add more cherries to the cake of LeBron, and make the Warrior fans mad, the ones who are anti-Lakers.
Whatever, man.
That's what I'm hearing. Lakers in the finals. That's what I'm hearing.
That's my Christmas wish. That's my Christmas wish. If you guys can give me a game, the Lakers, Celtics, history.
What's the day? The day is the 9th. I'm gonna take it down.
Oh, if you taking them down, I got whoever's coming out of that Nuggets Phoenix.
Okay.
To take the West.
Yeah, this is my opinion.
Okay.
You
can write that down too, Deuce.
Write it down.
Deuce, who you write down for yourself, by the way?
Yeah. So either Phoenix and the Nuggets taking the West. Who are they meeting in the East?
Ooh. So right now it's looking like either 76ers or Miami. I'm gonna go with Miami. I'm gonna go with the home team, man.
Okay.
Hey man, if Boston don't make it past this round, I'm going with Miami.
Hey.
I feel
Miami past the 76ers?
Yeah. Hey man, the way look, number one, I learned my lesson after 3 years ago. Secondly, I mean they already beat the Bucks. They're basically about to knock out these Knicks, worthless Knicks, and now Embiid's going. I'm just following the trend. The trend is Miami Heat always find. I saw this movie before. Like,
giant
yo,
Miami Heat's a giant killer.
Man,
that's
even last year, I still remember that 3 it came down to when Jimmy Bucket just rimmed out versus the Celtics in the Eastern Conference.
That's
Finals,
true.
Game 7. It just rimmed out.
That's true.
Good look. Rimmed out. They would have been back there again.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. And you don't have Tyler Hero, and you still knock out.
That's the surprise to me. And then Oladipo, they got healthy again. He's out. Hero's out. Butler's out. They still winning. I'm like, oh, whatever, man. Just go. Y'all got the high end. I'm riding the wave.
Hey,
Yeah.
See, that's that Disneyland magic, man. It's all over the Santa's face. So, anyways, so I that's I do think what was this? Man, I don't know who's gonna win this round though. Like, to be honest with you, I want Boston to win because it just makes me feel better. I don't know, man.
You can say, see, you can't get past that number 3. You can't get past the second round.
Yeah. I mean, at least you made it to the conference final healthy, because last time he was, he always fell up short. I mean, maybe he blamed Ben Simmons. I don't know.
This one for Doc, man. I'm worried about Doc. Doc got the highest expectations. If this don't work out, I'm looking at you different, Doc. I'm already not looking at you the same. I'm gonna look at you different.
Hey, as Doc doesn't get up 3-1, he's good.
There you go.
Even when they have him mic'd up, it's like, do y'all want to win? That's the question. This is the coaching. This is what we do. Cause we either gonna win or we not gonna win. Like that's coaching. I don't know, man.
I feel like Doc is really
sometimes it's simple, man.
Do you want to win? Do I want
to win? What the character say? Hey, y'all, I'm tired of telling y'all A, B, and C. It's like, yo, do you want to do this or not do this?
Sometimes it's that simple. Like it gotta be at some point. Sometimes that simple because man, come on, man. This is your job. You're professionals out here.
Yeah.
Unless you see something very specific, but if you just see like just a lapse in, what are you doing? Like, man, y'all don't want it.
I prefer the Mike Brown approach of what I've been seeing, but I hear that too.
Oh, Mike Brown, yeah, he on point.
Yeah.
Pulling people to
Hey,
the
Dar-
side, you gotta do this instead of that. You know,
Yeah.
do it this way, and you see the instant pop, works out. Like I like
Like
that
Darvin,
approach.
like Darvin Ham too.
Darvin
Yeah,
Ham's
Ham
been
has
doing
some
it.
good.
He's been doing
Ham
it.
has some good moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I know we're not talking about this series yet, but
I
the
mean, we jumping
Lakers
in
are on
now.
it. The Lakers are on the. They're on the move again with what? A defensive-minded team. The same team they had when they had Frank Vogel take them to the championship. And then what they do? Hey, Frank, we know that you're a defensive ace. We know we won that way, but we're gonna get rid of all your defensive pieces.
That's the Lakers for you, man.
And then Frank, it's your fault.
Showtime.
We're not winning.
Yeah.
Showtime.
We need a superstar. Yeah.
Defense ain't showtime, Kurt. You not sticking to the script. That's the problem.
So,
Yeah, I guess not.
so let's talk about it there. You know, you keep inching towards the Golden State Warriors and the Lakers. So we can talk about the Golden State Warriors and the Lakers. Probably the most second most entertaining. I guess I don't know, man. All these second rounds have been good. Even the Suns. So I can't even say that. But you know what? You know,
I would say the Suns Phoenix is like each game is like right there.
It is, and every star actually performed. I mean, yeah, we can talk about them a little bit later, but yeah, I will definitely touch on that a little bit. But yeah, man, the Lakers and the Warriors, man, these are the two. What they say, hey, don't count us out yet, Draymond. Like, don't count us out, don't push us aside yet. We got more to show you. Got more to say, and you know, so these are I always say two old heads, but you know. Two seasoned veteran teams. This is probably the best way to say it. Two seasoned veteran teams.
Gray hairs in the mix.
Hey man, you know, a little salt and pepper ain't never hurt nobody. In fact, I heard it makes your food better. And so yeah, like you know, the Lakers, man, they jumped out. They stole a game in Golden State, and then Golden State, you know, also man just had a statement. Steph Curry had a statement game, and you know went to LA, and then LA. There was another blowout in LA, and then Game 4 happened, and man, it was again kind of got a little bit closer, and Lonnie Walker showed up, and it was like, hey guys, remember me? I'm from San Antonio, and then Lonnie Walker. So and I mean, this has just been like, I know three more, and so you know this has been a series that you know has a lot of star power in it, man. I mean, Warriors have been at one point favored to go to the championship. LeBron is always favored to make it to the playoffs and do some deep run. And they just put the pieces around them. And you know, shout out to Rob Pelinka for the first time in me noticing him that he actually put together a roster that works instead of what he's been doing the past 3 years. And you know, AD is healthy, so that's good. First time to see that happen in a couple of years.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean, two fully healthy teams going at it, and you know, there's a lot of highlights, a lot of lowlights. So Jordan Poole, where are you? You know, so yeah, anyways, man, 3-1, man. So yeah, man, the Warriors are down 3-1. I mean, I don't think they've ever been in this predicament in the Steve Kerr era. So you know, well, besides the first time. But you know, you guys are still figuring it out. And you know, it worked out for you guys. It was a conference championship. You end up losing and then winning Kevin Durant. So
yeah,
that's kind of how it worked out. So yeah, 3-1 against LeBron. You never been down 3-1 against LeBron though.
No.
So that's a fact. That's true.
So is this a foregone conclusion, or are the Warriors? Is this just this is just more about nothing with the Warriors? They're gonna come back and do something and proceed to the conference finals. I'll leave you, Kev. I know you're a fan of both of them. I want to hear your take first.
I'm not gonna disrespect Lakers like that. Like, it's one thing to say that the Warriors have the capability to come back and just win 2 games. All the power in the world they have to do so. Clay had 9 points last game. Come on now, that's nothing. Like, so the fact that it was such a close game anyway shows that if you put all the firepower, if everybody's clicking and Poole actually make an appearance, it's completely changed the landscape of things. But we already know that was going to be the situation. We know that Warriors have the ability to outscore Lakers, especially from the 3-point line, and Lakers could out-transition them. And right now, Warriors is doing a pretty good job of sometimes slowing down Lakers in the transition and getting transition buckets themselves. And they're doing a lot of things that we didn't really expect. You know what I mean? They expected with AD and pulling him out and making it difficult for him to be a presence in the paint, even though he's still getting his blocks in here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a lot of successes. I say that to say, very possible. They're not completely out of it yet. But I have the utmost respect for LeBron and the Lakers. In fact, I was a Warriors fan up until they go against LeBron. Once they go up against LeBron, I put my LBJ hat off because at the end of the day, it's LBJ over every other team. So, seeing what they're doing right now, I can't disrespect the Lakers like that and say they're gonna let 3 games just slip out of their hands just like that. Nah, I think it's a foregone conclusion. They could win 1 or 3 games now.
Okay, so you calling it 6? You're giving the good old gentleman 6.
Or 7.
I think the Warriors gonna come back with firepower next game, and it could even be a blowout next game. So I'll give Dubs the next game, but in 6, I think it's a closeout. Lakers.
Okay. I'm okay with that. Okay, Deuce, man, I know you've been sulking. So, how do you feel? What do you need? What do you need? We're here for you.
First of all, unlike my esteemed brethren Kevin, I don't switch up, bro.
Oh.
Warriors fan through and through. Even when they come up against LBJ, I'm like, man, fuck you, LeBron. That's about the Warriors, man.
Wow.
So that kind of hurt my heart when you said that, Kev.
It is switch, man. It is switch. It's just a matter of who you like more. You know what I mean? I still like the Warriors. I still be backing out and be like, oh, that's a horrible play. I'd be like, Kid, what you doing? Pooh, what you doing? But at the end of the day, I know who I want to get the dub.
You got the priority.
My heart is where my heart is. Yeah, man.
Hey, look, I feel you. My priorities with Curry, man. Here's my thing, man. Chris, you asked what we need. I think a lot of things happened down the stretch that it shouldn't have been that close because we had 3 quarters. We had them in the Lakers, 4th quarter, and the announcer said it all the time. The highest scoring 4th quarter team this season. I sensed the trade deadline, right? I'm like, okay, because the Lakers have been in playoff mode since after the All-Star game. They're in next season.
Yeah.
They've been grinding, so it's not too shocking. For me, like I was talking about before, man, when Lonnie Walker went on the heater in that 4th quarter, why did you not bring back Gary Payton II? He's the best perimeter defender we have. And bring him back out. If Lonnie still cooking, you still cooking. But at least give it a shot, right? 2, Clay, I have not liked his shot selection. Now, granted, I think to close out the Kings, same shots that were going in, I didn't love them. And he had a decent game 1. He's been missing so far. Clay needs to get back inside the 3, get that mid-range going, expand it back out to the 3-point line. I think he's hunting too hard to try to help Steph. And I understand that effort, but get back, get in that mid-range, and expand back out, man. I think that's the thing. And Draymond definitely changed up his defensive intensity after he picked up that stupid 5th foul. I think with like 3 minutes left in the 4th, and it was a close game. At that point, defensively, he was a spectator. And then I don't know what happened before the Curry incident. We had a chance, I think, to tie. No, we needed 3. For whatever reason, Draymond drove in. I was like, I hope he's not about to take this layup. Don't take the layup. Because I don't know who was on him, but he was right on his hip. Right? And then Draymond's driving out of bounds. And he threw the ball to, I want to say to LeBron. I want to say it was AD?
AD.
I knew it was a big Laker. It's a big body Laker that you could not. Nobody's that big on the Warriors, so you know you're not throwing it to one against. Right? That was inexcusable. I don't know what happened there. I also don't like how Green was saying, in his podcast, Steph was still trying to figure out LeBron, bruh. I think when Steph talked to you, I don't think he thought it was gonna come out on the podcast. How can you not score anything in the first half and then come out and have 20 points? Don't feed LeBron, man. LeBron doesn't need any more ammunition, bro.
For real.
So to me, the biggest thing is GP3 not coming back in. Those two boneheaded plays by two of the, as far as basketball knowledge, two of the smartest cats on the Warriors. With Steph, I think he just got frazzled, and Moody's right there. Like Moody's like, hand me the baby, hand me the baby. Steph's like, nah, this baby going overboard.
Oh man!
Wow.
And Draymond with that drive, it's a drive he's made plenty of times. No one was coming to cut him off. He had a lane to the goals. I just that and I know Steph didn't want to call a timeout. He probably lost track after the Kings series. And Curry not putting in GP too, man. GP was our third leading scorer, man. Zoo had 15 points. Wiggs had 17, and Curry had mustered up 31.
My God.
And we're not gonna get another 3 for 14 night for 3-point from Steph.
Yeah, that's a once in a while.
Yeah, but they running them ragged. They're running ragged.
How about the shot from Curry, Deuce? That Curry took with like, I think it was like 8 seconds left on the shot clock. He took that deep three. Looking
The
Against,
poor shot.
Anthony
Jordan
Davis.
Poor shot. The Jordan Poole from game 1 shot.
Yeah, it looked similar to that. I mean, this is Curry.
But he made
Yeah.
he made one earlier in the game over Davis, same way.
It had 8 seconds left, and if they got that shot,
could
they
have
would
got a
have
better shot. I think
got
when
it.
there's a tall guy, he feels like, all right, I can shoot over him. He's gonna try and close
But
out.
I feel like he was on the island.
Yeah, he looked tired when he shot it. It didn't have that Curry pizzazz, man. I think. Hey, look, who else was helping him though? I feel like that's what's in his mind. Like, I gotta win this.
Yeah.
I gotta knock it. They just had an off game. They just had off games.
Well, that's
The whole
not
team.
the time. Can't have a lot of
80
games.
on skates.
Hmm?
Like you got 80 on you. Like 80 is not gonna move. He's not gonna stay lateral with you, even though he did a pretty good job. But for the most part, put 80 on skates.
I think with that he probably would have been concerned about the chase down block.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Usually
they be
when
killing
you
him.
yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say let him get into your body. Like you know that I'm about to shoot up.
Yeah.
You get a foul. Go to the free throw. Like I had to chase down block, but there's ways to bait a player into that and go to the line.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense too. Yeah. You was focused on the low lights. Kurt, what about when he found Moody with that no look pass? Come on, man. It was
Hold on.
they didn't play all bad. The game came down to the wire. It wasn't all bad.
No. Curry played amazing. His shot was off, but he was excellent.
Yeah.
He had a triple double.
Yeah.
You know, he played amazing.
Yeah.
Draymond did his good defense, man. Moody, look, big game for Moody. Big ups for Moody.
Oh yeah. He
Coming in a high pressure situation, he showed.
Right place, right time for him. A lot of the plays.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
I think there was some silly stuff too. I remember first half Draymond passed the ball to the crowd. Was that the
Say
first
Draymond
half?
what now?
When there was the ball was moving, you know that Warriors when you love watching it, it's like boom, 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 and then Draymond hit to the guy to the wing, but there was no guy in the wing, and it just ended up in the trap.
Yeah.
So just there was
That was
little
GP.
turnovers like that, boneheaded turnovers, and then also the style of play and officiating was going towards Lakers when it comes to the free throw. They made 100% of theirs. Golden State made 75% of theirs.
Wiggins missed. Wiggins, he'll give you 1 out of 2. You know, sometimes 2 out of 2.
Hey, he gave you 3 out of 4. What you mean?
If you had a 4.
He's been much better. Yeah.
I think Draymond. I remember Draymond went to the line. I think it's 2 out of 2.
So I mean, there's a lot of things they could clean up. They was definitely in it. So I don't know. I'm gonna go against the grain with everybody else. The similar situation y'all got going in Miami Heat. I've been counting out the Golden State Warriors, and they kept rising to the occasion. They went and got the chip last year. I'm gonna go ahead and say the Warriors pull it off, man.
Ooh.
I'm with you, Reg. I'm riding with you, bro. Because you know what? We're gonna find that pool party, bro.
Pool party?
I think there ain't no floaties. I think they put the cover over the pool. I don't know if he's showing up this season.
Pool
They gonna have
party.
to find another way.
Ooh.
We gonna have to use the sprinklers. We gonna have to get the Splash Brothers to do some stuff. I think the pool is closed this summer, dog. I think that's it.
is close to the Blacks. That's what it is.
Hey, that's a lot of faith. That's a lot of faith. Y'all had them within 3 games.
3 games against LeBron.
In a
Okay.
row.
Okay.
I think if we could get Clay in line, if Poole could give us anything.
He gave y'all
anything.
10 minutes. He gave y'all 10 minutes.
Yeah, and what? No points, right?
I mean,
he gave y'all,
look.
he gave y'all a lot of sass. That's what he gave y'all.
He gave.
And he gave the Lakers the ball twice.
Hey.
He's very
Look.
frustrated. I think he wants more minutes, but he's not making quality happen with the minutes he's got.
Are you saying because he shot that 3 from
I'm not mad at
infinity
that.
and beyond?
I'm not mad at. I'm in the maybe I'm in the minority. He took that 3 all season. He made that 3 all season.
That is a
He was
bad
cooking
shot.
that.
I would have liked for him to maybe took a step up, but if he took that step up, that would have given a chance for somebody to come close out.
That's
I
fine.
don't think it was the wrong play.
I think that was a bad play.
I don't think it was a bad play. I understand why we say that, but in this era, people can make that shot. If
he
Damian
can.
Lillard took that shot, would you say that was a bad play?
If Damian Lillard took that shot, I would feel more comfortable with Damian Lillard or Steph Curry taking a shot that deep with nobody in the vicinity. But there's 2 things. One, usually when Damian Lillard is on the court, he's the best shooter on the court. If Steph Curry, if it was the other way around and Jordan Poole passed it to Draymond Green, who passed it to Steph Curry, he was by himself like that.
Oh, yeah.
Great shot,
Yeah.
right? Jordan Poole, I think Jordan Poole, I think in that instance, you want to give it to your best guy. And I would think I would have been okay with, hindsight, Monday morning quarterback, and I get it. I probably would either took a step in, or if the defense came to you, you can drive in, penetrate the defense. Curry, I think, was trying to come back around. I think Draymond was ready to set a pick to get him back around in that space to get the ball back to him. So it would have gave you another out, and then you get the ball.
A better look.
Yeah. So, but I don't, like I said, I'm not. It's not that shot.
Trey took the same shot, and his stats on that kind of shot are even worse. That time it went
Horrendous.
Yeah,
and that time it went in. So it's just
and that shot that he took against Boston, I thought it still was a bad shot. He won the game. It was a bad shot.
Chris, to your point, Trey is, I guess he's the best offensive player for them.
But he's not that.
True.
Despite his attempt at that kind of shot, he's not as good as the amount of attempts that he takes.
No, he's not. He's not.
That's all I'm saying. So I wasn't mad at the Poole shot. Like, this is the era he takes those shots, especially last year postseason, this year regular season. He took those shots. He made those shots. Him stepping in, he's not really an off the dribble like that shooter.
I agree.
So I wasn't super mad at that shot. I'm not gonna look back and be like, if Jordan Poole ain't take that shot, Warriors would have won this. I can't do that one.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure for him the way he shoots it. I'm not sure if him stepping in would have been a better shot.
Exactly.
For him.
Yeah.
For a general shot, maybe, but for him,
most players, I agree. Most players step in for sure. For him, I wasn't mad at the shot because it looked like, if you look at the body language of how he took the shot, it was a good look. It was in rhythm. He felt good. It was a close shot. It almost went in.
He has the range to do it too.
Yeah.
I think this playoffs, kind of like how we talked about AD and the plain clothes. I think Poole's made himself a target. Parts of this season, especially these playoffs, he's not there when they need him. And that's why Curry is logging all these minutes. He's supposed to be the relief for Curry. Because if Curry played 42 minutes, if he could have got him down to 38 minutes, I think he would have had legs, maybe a better quality shot. But I mean, he just played every minute of that Sacramento series for that last game, and now he's running with LA. And LeBron has put him in the mix, man. Like, LeBron's not letting him rest on defense, and especially in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you attack a great shooter, is make him play defense. So, I mean, and honestly, he hasn't. Klay Thompson has kind of been like Anthony Davis and just kind of comes and goes. 8 for 11, 3 for 11. Like,
the thing with AD though, he has the skills to like destroy any other stat, any other asset of the game if his offense is falling. Klay with his legs,
he's not that defensive guy anymore.
No, he's not a offensive guy. He's always on the perimeter, so he's not going to get you boards.
Yeah.
And he's not a playmaker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, Anthony Davis doesn't have to do anything more so than get rebounds and play like the defensive anchor. Lakers have a bunch of scores. Schroeder can score. D'Angelo Russell can score. LeBron can score whenever he wants to. Austin Reeves can get hot. Like, they have streaky players. Actually, Moore can shoot if he's left unattended. So they actually have scores. And now Anthony Davis could just kind of like not have to worry about shooting 25 shots. He probably should be shooting 20-something shots just because he's that good, and no one's gonna block his shot. But we know that he has a tendency to kind of disappear offensively. But if he just locks in defensively, get the rebounds, get the blocks, just kind of hold down the paint, disrupt and stuff like that, then look, give the offense to LeBron, let LeBron figure it out. I think he played point guard a little bit in game.
He did play point guard down the stretch, yeah.
Which, I mean, when's the last time we saw him do point guard? So,
you know what? The finals run.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Cleveland, Cleveland.
It hasn't happened for a while, but we know he can do it, and he's good at it. So, again, it's just Lakers have a better built team as far as like they have a good mix of they have old people, they have LeBron, but they also have good veterans who can contribute as well, and they have a little bit of mix of the young crowd too, because they have Lonnie Walker, they have Austin Reeves who can run. Like, they could just they could just all effort if they really wanted to.
And Schroeder can still.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even like Schroeder like that, but the dude can knock down a shot, and he can.
He's gonna give you hustle.
Yeah. So
I think what's been tough. I think what's been really tough for the Warriors this season, if I look at it, is this is one of those times that lack of size is really punishing them back-to-back opponents. Looney's been finding a way to be active on the boards, at least versus Sacramento and versus the Lakers. Shout out to him, all the power to him. But when it comes time to him having to guard Anthony Davis and getting these fouls, some of them ticky-tack, some of them are, he's a hard guy to guard. You don't have somebody who's bringing it to AD like that to get him in foul trouble. So now he gets to be that defensive anchor and just not worry about it. He had 3 fouls and no blocks last game. He's nowhere close to being in foul trouble. He's been averaging. Yeah, he's playing some good defense. He's been averaging like 4 blocks this postseason and 2 fouls.
Oh yeah.
So he's been finding a way. AD.
No, he's talking about Davis.
Anthony Davis. Oh. That's what I'm saying. Like, because Anthony Davis is taking it to Looney, boom, 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 pound him in the paint, making him foul. Now he got to go sit down because he got fouled. Who's taking AD out of the game because they're attacking him? All these little layups, he's just going swatting them. There's nobody forcing him to foul that much. So he's just comfortably playing defense.
And, we don't. This is where we miss Otto Porter Jr. I mean, granted, he's not aggressive like that, but he's a serviceable big body. AD would have to respect him. Even Bill Elisa, we had those 3 big bodies, and now, like you said, we don't have anybody. Every time, every game, I'm like, man, I wish we could play Kuminga more. But then he gets into garbage time, and he does not look good in garbage time. He just does not look good. And I don't know if it's because his spirits are down. I don't know what. He's playing beneath his level, that's for sure. But he doesn't invoke confidence or courage to play him more in the next game. So I think his athleticism will really be an aided thing, even just 15 minutes. I think that'd help out.
Yeah. In the meantime, Gabriel getting minutes, Lonnie Walker getting minutes. Tristan Thompson got a couple of minutes game 2.
I ain't seen him.
That was game
2. That was game 2. That was the blowout. That was a blowout game.
Oh,
He had 2 games back to back where the 4th quarter didn't matter.
Yeah.
It was a 3-quarter.
Tristan Thompson sighting. Woo. So
what you got, Chris? What you got coming up?
Oh man, look, I cannot go against LeBron James losing 3 times in a row. Like, we haven't even seen like take over LeBron mode yet. Like, he's still been kind of like pacing himself. I'm like, dude, are you even like really trying to play, or you just kind of like?
That's the only reason I'll even make. I even entertain the prediction I made today. I haven't seen a breakout game from LeBron. I just haven't. You
But
wanna
he
say
scored
20
27
points?
points the
You
last
want to
game.
say
That's the
20
crazy
Yeah.
points
part.
and 20 boards? Yeah, I'm just saying, like, but from kind of like what he was doing to Curry today, he could do pretty much to anybody. We've seen when he's just I'm dropping 30, 40 points on everybody on the team. Right now, he's just kind of picking his shots, picking his spots, picking his defender, and getting his points. But since his first series, he hasn't really had, like, versus the Grizzlies, he didn't have one of those games. It's just like, what are you gonna do? It's LeBron.
Yeah.
I think he's saving it for he got another round after this if he gets past the Warriors and then the finals.
But then that's another chip. Man. You give him another
Yeah.
chip. If he got a whole nother booster pack that he's just been saving for the side in the playoffs, you might as well
I think
give him
he
the
done.
you might as well give him the chip right now.
Dude. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the dude has been on cruise control. That's what it looks like.
It looks like, to me, it's just like, okay, he's not finding his groove, but he's finding other ways to be effective on the floor. That's how I see it. If y'all seeing it like he's just pacing himself,
Well, because he's exerting energy on defense. Now, those chase down blocks don't come as easy now as they did in his Miami years. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he's getting and he's got some tough rebounds in and setting up the offense with his drives, especially in the fourth quarter. He's spending some energy late in the game.
I hear you, but I saw this man roll his ankles, tie his laces, and keep dropping another 20, dog. Like, I haven't, like, I don't think,
Yeah.
I just don't think, I think for whatever reason, he's not reaching those levels. I don't think he's just holding it. If y'all think he's just holding it, that's my favorite.
I agree.
I think he's holding it, bro. I think
Some of it is holding, and some of it he's not had some great games. Like last game, he was like 10 for 25. That's not
Yep.
very efficient from him. And he's had a couple of those games where it's like a lot of shooting and not
Settling for
and not
jumper,
taking
settling for
shots.
not just jumpers, settling for 3-pointers.
threes. Yeah.
yeah.
It's very irkish, but he's also had a lot of low field goal games. 11 field goals in game 4. Another one with 13, 18. So he is partly picking his shots at times, and other times when he tries to go off, I don't think he's having the best selection.
Yeah.
He's still locked up for the
It's
3 minutes,
amazing.
though. There was that one. They got him on the bench. My boy didn't even have a chance to sit down before he was back in the game.
Oh yeah. They were like, nah, we're not gonna let
Nah.
Warriors get back or get it further ahead. It was ridiculous. Yeah.
That's why I
But-
think I don't think it's another level thing. I think it's just that's just where it's at right now. Doesn't mean that's where it's gonna stay, but that's just where it is right now. That's what he needs to do. That's what they can win with, and that's what they're doing. I think that's just what it is. I don't think it's just.
I just think that he's doing what he needs to do, and a lot of times he's kind of like figuring it out. Like, who's hot today? Is it Russell?
Yeah.
Is it Schroeder? Is it Austin Reeves? Then he kind of just feeds them or whatever, because he's like, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I'm LeBron James. I do it sometimes too. If like people who are younger and like they're gonna run, go. I give you the ball. I'll just shoot you the outlet pass. I'm gonna walk to the half court line because I know that you just had that energy. You want to get up and go.
Yeah.
And I'll be out here like I don't feel like doing all that running. But you know, so I think that's what I see LeBron is doing. He's kind of like, you know, I've never seen the guy before he passes half court give it to a point guard. Mario Chalmers never got the ball. Kyrie never got the ball. He's like, I got the ball. I'm gonna bring the ball up. Now he's out here giving it to Schroeder. He's giving it to Austin Reeves. He's giving it to whoever, and like letting them start the offense. And then he'll figure it out from there. But like I said, I think he's been more of a wingman with AD. So like when AD is playing defense, he's kind of helping crash and getting rebounds. Things of that nature. He actually had some really good looks last game on the block, because this is where he started putting people on the block this past game, and he was just missing the shot, like over Curry, which was like a no contest, right? He just missed the shot. But I think he just realized, hey yo, these guys are younger, they're gonna run. I don't mind giving them the ball. If you're hitting, I'm gonna feed you. If everyone's missing, then I'm gonna start taking more shots. And I mean, if you look at the last game, aside from Austin Reeves and AD, no one else, and Lonnie Walker, who came out of nowhere. But once Lonnie Walker came in for a quarter, guess what he started doing? Giving the ball to Lonnie Walker.
Man, like, let it take it.
There you go.
Nah, but
And also,
what you
getting
saying is
that,
great point. I was gonna
round
say
one, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say
What?
great. I was just gonna say great point, because completely counter to all the other teams and setups we've seen is that inside out LeBron. I'm gonna drive it, kick it out. Driving it, who's open, kick it out. Now it's just like, hey, some of y'all can create offense.
Yeah.
And don't forget, like we talked about before, they've been in the playoffs since what trade deadline. Memphis was not an easy out, man. Memphis likes to get up and run. The older Warriors don't run like they used to, but that motion offense, you're still constantly moving. So I think the teams remaining outside of the Nuggets, you got what Phoenix, and in the East, all those teams are slower teams. So I think we'll see a different LeBron next round if it's not the Nuggets and everyone else. So
Love to see another KD LeBron matchup.
Oh yeah, that'll be nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I got my money on Denver Nuggets. So we can talk about them real quick if y'all don't have anything else to add.
I'm gonna close on that and say the Lakers cheating, dog. Ain't no way. They got a whole different team from the season they started with.
Yeah.
I want this in the next CBA. I want this addressed. Ain't no way you start the season with one team, and then after the All-Star break, you got a whole nother team. That's a sneak attack.
It's a bait and switch.
For real.
It's within the boundaries, man.
Nah, but shout out to that team with that coach and that group. Like, we just got a whole different group, and you got it clicking like that so quick.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, shout out to Darvin Ham, man. First year head coach. So So yeah, man, we can close out on them, man. Hey, real quick, we can talk about the Suns and the Nuggets. I know the game is currently going on. We don't know who's going to win. It's kind of a close game. But who you guys got, man? You got out of Denver and the Suns. Are they going? Well, yeah. Who you got? I'll start with you, Deuce.
I'm gonna go with the team. I'm gonna go with Denver just because I just don't know how long Booker and KD can keep up this frantic pace. And if Chris Paul comes back, he's going to want to get on the floor, and I think it's going to throw off Phoenix's flow.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the Nuggets because they just got more players who can score.
Okay. What you got, Kev?
I'm also going with the Nuggets.
Okay.
I just like them play a little better. It's very centralized around KD, Devin Booker. I do think they can keep it up, but the way the Nuggets play, the way they distribute the ball, the just Jokic at center position and the way he's able to facilitate and make everybody better. I see them being able to pull it out. And those last two games that the games that the Suns did win, they were really, really close games. They really had to put everything they had, get it clicked up line by line, and make sure it happened. So how often can that happen? Who knows?
Yeah.
Where I felt like the Denver Nuggets were just there neck and neck playing business as usual. So that was the thing that kind of stood out to me. I agree with this. I'm also going with the Nuggets coming out of this series. And just out of fascination, I want to know if they end up matching up with the Lakers, like how are they going to respond? Is AD going to guard Jokic? Is he going to draw him out? Because sometimes Jokic is in the block, but sometimes he plays a little further out because he's starting the offense.
It's gonna free up the paint.
Yeah. So how does Darvin Ham respond? So I want to see that.
They'll put Vanderbilt on Jokic initially, I think, and AD on.
And just double team in the paint.
What about Aaron Gordon?
Because Vanderbilt's going to be good.
Yeah, put AD on Gordon.
Yeah. AD on Gordon.
Yeah.
That could work.
Yeah. I think in the fourth quarter you make the switch.
But I feel like Vanderbilt is going to win that. Lose that paint game.
Oh yeah.
Or either that or put LeBron on Jokic and let AD just play support, like help side defense.
That's gonna wear LeBron out.
Yeah, but guess what? They don't have any other. Well, they do. They have Gabriel. They have Bryant. They have tall. They have length. It's just
They don't have Bryant.
Yeah.
I wish they had Bryant.
Oh, they don't have Bryant.
Yeah,
They have Gabriel.
Yeah, he bucked.
Yeah, they did let him
I
go.
did like Bryant.
Him and Lonnie Walker were the bright spots in their in their
And
blocks
then-
before all the
Before a
changes.
trade deadline.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They
yeah,
had
you're right.
Malik B. Not Malik B. They had Monk.
Malik Monk a year ago. Yep.
Yeah.
And now look at him shining in Sacramento.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know, man. That'll be an interesting matchup because it basically be about what you're going to give up and who you're going to leave out there on the island because both teams are well equipped to make the other adapt to them. So,
Mhm.
but I do have Denver. I guess it's the same. I have Denver over Whew, over the Phoenix Suns, just for the same thing you guys said, man, that's a lot of workload for Devin Booker, and he's doing it.
Yeah.
He's doing it.
Mhm.
And
It's
KD
just
and KD's
Man,
doing
he,
it.
yeah, but
you know,
KD's playing Robin to Devin. Devin Booker's
Yeah,
controlling the
uh-huh.
offense.
Correct.
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
but I
they,
think-
they gave up all their depth to get that. So
Yeah,
whatever you get out
KD
of
is
them,
good in
that's
that
it.
role. KD's good in that role though. I think if Aiden's the key for Phoenix, man. If he can get some boards, just play tough, some tough D, get some boards, man. That'll be a difference maker. I don't even need him to score. Just get some boards, man.
man.
Put backs.
If you banking on Aiden to do anything,
He was that dude when they went to the finals though. Like he was getting boards. He was doing stuff, and I don't know where that guy went to.
he got paid. He went on vacation. I need a vacation. So
I don't know.
so-
I don't know. Yeah, I don't see it for Aiden,
I don't see
I don't
Aiden.
see it either.
especially against
So-
these two teams. Like if you can't do it against Jokic, I feel like the Lakers have a lot of hops, a lot of athleticism, some tall guys who can jump. Gabriel,
Mhm.
Anthony Davis, he's gonna be struggling. He
Yeah,
would like to be the offensive guy against Anthony Davis, but he's been killing it.
I don't think Aiden would be on the court that much. If
Not
Phoenix made
possible.
it out against the Lakers.
Who's he gonna
Yeah.
play, Biombo?
Yeah.
I,
What do you mean he's not gonna be on the court?
It's gonna be
He-
Aiden, man. Stop playing.
no, I don't think it's gonna be Aiden. I
I
think
don't know,
they
man.
run Aiden off the court, man.
Right.
I don't know, man.
It's
I don't know
not
what
him.
Yeah,
the
he-
offense are, so-
They just
Couple
gonna play
minutes a
four.
game,
They just
man.
gonna play 4 players, and they're just gonna go small ball. Like, what are we doing?
I don't know. Maybe
it
Landale.
was. Hey, when Phoenix won the last game, man, it was KD, Booker, and shooters.
Yeah. I think they had like Landale. I think they put
Yeah, Landale. Yeah.
They had Aiden on the bench.
Oh, that is
Yep.
true. They have been playing Landell a lot.
Yeah. So
Not tonight.
Not tonight for some reason.
he's playing. He played a little bit.
6 minutes.
Yeah, like 7. Yeah, he had about 6 minutes. He had no well, he only had like 2 rebounds. That's it. But
We'll see what happens in the fourth.
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Aiden only has 8 points. He's played 23 minutes, and
How many
he
boards,
has
though?
8 he has 8 rebounds. So I mean, at least he's doing something.
Okay.
It's not.
Yeah.
That's
That's
not
That's not
bad,
bad.
bro.
That's not bad.
I'm not talking about 8, and I'm talking about the team, bro. 73, 57. He looks good.
No. Their plus minuses is definitely in the minuses. I can tell you that much.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
and you're playing in Denver, dude. Like you're not.
I mean, in this series so far, everybody won at home. I think, right?
Yeah.
There's been no
Yep.
steals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Home fan.
Never opened up 2 at home. The Phoenix protected at home, so no one's won. The visitor hasn't won yet.
Yeah.
So, tight series, man. Tight series.
Cool. All right, man. We can go ahead. Kev, you said you had
Lakers
Said you
coming
had,
out the whole thing.
the Nuggets, right?
No, yeah.
Oh, Nuggets over Lakers?
No,
Who you
no,
got
I'm
coming
just
out-
saying
oh,
Nuggets.
Oh, no, but I'm saying the whole thing. Who y'all got coming out the whole thing? The whole West Coast.
I got Lakers, bro. I'm sorry,
Okay.
like
Okay.
it's either gonna be Lakers or Nuggets in my opinion. But I think if those two teams have to go against each other, but just because of the fact that usually a rule of thumb I go by is who's been in the playoffs longer. LeBron's been in there longer than everyone on the team on the Nuggets, and AD also won a championship. So it's gonna be hard to knock them
Do
off.
you go out for 1 or 2 players? Because you know that whole experiment, like we had a couple Lakers not showing up for a couple years in the playoffs, so that and they got a whole new squad. They ain't really been in the playoffs, so you just going off of LeBron's journey. AD used to be like what he used to be, first round bounce a lot.
Yeah.
He get a lot in about yeah.
So is that what you referring to? Just like one guy having playoff experience?
No,
Or
but I mean,
collective?
they are the leaders. They
Yeah.
they can.
I'm just
keep
like, what's
it
your? Are you weighing the
in perspective.
collective or the individual more?
I'm it's weighted averages, I guess, if you want to say. Obviously, if you're Robert Horry and or Udonis Haslam, obviously we're gonna weigh a little bit less than if you're D Wade, right? So, I would just say that LeBron's been there before. He can kind of set the expectation. AD has as well. And then you have some young people who've never been in the playoffs before, and that's totally fine. That's good because then they once they get settled, if you get them settled,
Yeah.
then they could just perform. And on top of that, like who else is on that team that's been in the playoffs, or at least been in playoff
That's
enough
it, man.
playoff games? Just those two, right?
Russell.
D'Angelo Russell, yeah, but nothing with high stakes. Like I mean,
Yeah, I don't think he's
it,
made it out the first round. Yeah, this is first time.
yeah. So but if I look at this team, Archie Moore's been in the playoffs plenty of times. Again, it's with the Wizards.
Nah.
Yeah, like I said,
they ain't make it a lot.
yeah, they never made it out the first round, but they made it to the playoffs just not out the first round. He was on the same team as Westbrook when Westbrook went to the playoffs.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but he's only been in the league for like.
I feel like he's only been there once or twice. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't been a lot, but I'm just saying he's been
not even like 7 game exits. So I don't know. I feel like
I don't think so.
Just comparing the collective, I feel like the Nuggets might actually have more playoff experience as a collective.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. As a collective, if you count like game playoff, well, you can't even do that because LeBron has like freaking
not even
800
games. I'm just talking about as a collective. Not even talking about like I'm just talking about as a collective. Now, there's a credence to what you said. LeBron's been there so many times, you could distill the information. I've been here, relaxed. This is what you worry about. This is what you focus on. So that helps too. It's an interesting conversation. We'll see how it plays out. If these guys even meet each other, it's looking like it, but we never know.
Yeah. So, but that's why I got the Lakers coming out of it. I think they just have enough experience to kind of get over the hump. Yeah, to edge them out. So.
You also have the rise and the fall, because like
Denver, I don't know. Someone said he was Denver is younger, probably on average.
Their core is younger.
Yeah.
But Michael Porter,
his back is on.
His back is wishy-washy.
Hey man,
he said his back is old.
Matt Miller won championships. What you talking about?
Hey, Mac Miller's balling with those shoes, man.
Are y'all saying Mac Miller or
Mike
Miller?
My bad.
I'm like, Mac Miller dead, man. Come on, man. R.I.P.
Shout out to Mac.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike and Mac. My bad.
So that's what I got, man. Who y'all got coming out?
I'm Nuggets all one, but I'm
okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
I'm ready to be wrong. I like LeBron.
Me too, man.
Yeah, I want my Warriors to go, but if I had to put money on it, something about the Nuggets this year, man, because they've been close and just been crapped on by the Lakers. I think the LA teams. Because I want to say I think the Clippers got them once. So I think this might be their year. They're fully healthy, and I'm gonna go oddball out, man. I'm gonna go 76ers. I'm gonna say Doc has a 2008 renaissance as far as coaching.
Oh, we were talking Western Conference, bro. You talking about the whole?
I know.
thing?
I'm just both sides. I think
okay.
Gonna make it. I think Denver 76ers. No one's picked them.
Okay.
I think Doc's gonna have a 2008 coaching renaissance.
And that's gonna be a very. I would say, oh shoot.
That would be a great battle if MVP to MVP settled it once and for all.
Yeah, man, I would agree.
MVP to MVP.
Yeah.
The MVP candidate, AD, every so often.
It ain't much for us to go wrong with who's left in terms of dominance. Like, I think any of these teams that make it, it will be a good finals.
Yeah, just been a good playoff this year, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it has.
Best first round ever, bro.
Oh,
that Sacramento Warriors series, Grizzlies, Lakers. I was hoping it was more competitive, but that was great. Miami Heat, Bucks was great.
Knicks, Cavs was pretty good. I mean, the results were the results, but
yeah, I like the basketball the Knicks plays. I was disappointed. I wish the Cavs played better. That's the only thing there, but it was good. It was good to see the Knicks playing like that.
Yeah. The only one that was kind of a bust was the Philadelphia and the Brooklyn Nets. But
the Nuggets and the Timberwolves.
Gentlemen sweep over there. The Timberwolves.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey yo, but dude, no, I was gonna say that was before the play. I was like, didn't we get the punch?
Suns.
Yeah, that was the play-in game.
Yeah, Suns Clippers before Kawhi got injured would have been real.
Yeah, that too. I forgot about that. Dude, it was good until Kawhi towards meniscus.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get the battle of LA finally.
You still want to battle LA, bro? Man,
Yeah,
come
we
on,
over
man.
that. That's done.
This
I
guy
still
here.
want it. I still want
Clear
it.
winner.
You want your reparations too?
Hey, I heard Cali fasting, man.
Yeah, we getting it. Not you.
Hey, man.
You're not resident. You're not
I'm gonna do
resident.
some paperwork.
Oh, okay. This guy here fraudulent.
Do
All
some
right, man.
paperwork, man.
All right, man. We're logging the two, man. Let's go ahead and close this out, bro. I start with you. I start with you, Reg. What you got?
Hey man, loving the playoffs so far. I hope y'all enjoying it too. Thanks for rocking with us. Let us know what you think about the playoffs so far. Who you got coming out the West? Who you got coming out the East? What are your favorite moments? Interact with us. Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. TikTok, Reddit, Discord. That's it.
Cool. Kev, what you got?
Ain't too much to add to that. I think Ray said it all. Just appreciate you all rocking with us. We know your time is valuable, so we always like when you spend with us. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Help the algorithm. Help the show get some more eyes on it. And, let us know what you want to see coming up. We here.
Cool. Deuce, what you got, man? What educational piece you got?
We're talking about 3-1 holes and bounce backs, man. It's happened like it's been over 200 times the team's been down 3-1, but only a handful of times they come back. I think it's like almost 5% of the time, right?
Yep.
Here's my question. What team? Oh, here's a fun fact. The Houston Rockets did it. The Dwight Howard and Harden Houston did it over the Chris Paul and Blake Clippers. Yeah. I kind of remember that game. Corey Brewer went crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of par for the course for Doc, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
The legacy.
That's a Doc special right there.
Kick, man. All right, so had a couple of times. Both Golden State's been on both sides of it the same playoff run, right? What team did it twice in the same season?
Nuggets.
Yeah. Yeah, we all remember that. Oh, come back here.
No, that was just like 2 years ago.
Hey, people don't watch the Nuggets, man. I
appreciate
wondering.
Reggie Miller made sure we
that
ain't
easily
forget.
up, man.
And the bubble year. That's another outlier. It was in the bubble year.
Yeah,
it was a bubble year.
Yeah. So
You got your facts.
cool,
Like,
man.
Today we on it.
Yeah, man. I'm proud of y'all, man. Y'all didn't let me down with that.
Well, you be going back to the 40s. I don't know nothing about the 40s of basketball.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it more recent.
You said the 40s? You said the 40s? Bro.
You never right.
Baku.
Back now.
Try to keep it more recent.
What do they call the 3-point shot before the 3-point shot? I don't know. Oh, man. So, cool. Well, yeah. Like I said, man, thanks for watching. Shout out to Jaren Jackson, Dylan Brooks, all defense second team. Go ahead, just shout out to him.
Who won
real quick.
MVP, bro?
Draymond Green.
Also, if people who want
Who won
to shout
MVP,
them out,
bro?
he did get second team all defense as well. Jaren Jackson Jr. got first team all defense and defense player.
Who won the MVP, bro?
The youngest person to do it, by the way. So I just want to let you guys know that as well.
It's my mic not on, man. Who won
I
the
muted
MVP,
you.
bro?
I muted that guy.
To do
So,
what, Chris? Youngest person to do what?
Let me make sure I have it correct,
defensive?
bro. I think he to have defensive. I think he was the youngest to have defensive player of the year and 2 first team all defenses. Let me see.
I can see he had it last year too. All right.
Yeah, apparently he had it last year. So shout out to Jaren Jackson. At least he's getting better.
Defensive player of the year last year?
No. First team all defense.
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
I
Let
thought
me
you
see.
said something about defensive player of the year. So I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, no. I think last year was. Who was it last year? Was it Giannis again? No, it wasn't Giannis.
It wasn't Rudy.
Embiid? Was it Embiid?
Oh,
We know it wasn't Ben Simmons.
wow.
So, yeah,
Ben,
sorry.
Can we invite Ben to this podcast? Oh, Marcus Smart.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
yeah.
Marcus Smart. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's sense.
Yeah, so,
And
but yeah,
Jaron
man.
Jackson
I saw the fact somewhere. I wish I could pull it up real quick, but
Shout out to the
put their hands
Grizzlies,
ain't that
man.
fast,
Poor
but
playoff showing, but y'all will be back next year.
best regular season team. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, man. Yeah. It happens. When you're young, you do stupid stuff sometimes. So they let the stupid stuff get in front of them. But anyways, we'll be back next season. Shout out to Dylan Brooks. You know what I'm saying? Also, I know some folks don't like him. I know a lot of people do. So he will be getting in
I think it's the other way around.
A lot of people,
not
a
a
lot.
nan player that got dismissed from the team, and it said under no circumstances.
Man,
Under
that
no
was,
circumstances.
That was a fair game though.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I've also never seen somebody get the second team all defense in under no circumstances. Like there's no circumstance,
hey,
none.
hey.
Like that one, bro. Like we got a roster
Hey.
spot. You don't know what to fit the salary. And then they're in the playoffs. They ain't even wait.
Dude,
Yeah, they didn't even wait till the
playoffs.
offseason.
do you
I didn't
even
get
know? Do you even know the details? No, you don't know the details. No one knows the details. But yeah, man, hey yo, we've seen
It doesn't change the
coach of the
statement.
years. Hold on, we've seen the coach of the year get fired
It's
as soon as they
fact.
get the coach of the year. So we're talking about.
Yeah, but they ain't say under no circumstances.
Yeah, that's true.
You got fired,
That
but
was,
you
that
come
was
back.
under the circumstances.
that is no circumstances.
This guy.
They ain't
That's
say
what
that
that
out loud. They
is.
ain't
That's
say
what
that
that
out loud.
is.
They ain't put
You
it
can come
in
back,
the
yeah.
press release.
To be
You win
fair,
5 summer league games.
you can be coach. You
It's
can be
a-
coach of the year for regular season. That's a regular season award.
Under no
Yeah.
circumstances.
It is,
Man.
and also
Yeah.
so it's first team all defense.
Yeah,
Second team all
but if somebody got first team all defense regular season, is a pretty strong indicator that they're a solid defensive player. If your coach can't get you anywhere deep in the playoffs, after a while, you gotta call it.
Rudy
Nurse.
Gobert.
Nick Nurse,
Rudy Gobert.
And he still got a max
Budenholzer,
contract.
NBA
Huh?
champion
Who won it
Budenholzer.
in 2021?
And he still got a contract.
Yeah,
He did. And 2019.
That's what I'm saying. He still got a contract.
Were the voters correct on that one too, or no?
Maybe that, yeah.
Rudy's a tough one, man. It's hard to defend him, man.
Who, Rudy?
Hey man,
Yeah. It's
I-
hard to defend Rudy.
I just want to know. I want to know what is the Deuce approved votes. I just want to know the Deuce approved votes.
Oh, everyone
Apparently
but
everyone
Dylan.
else, huh?
Yeah, everyone but Dylan.
Everyone but
I
Dylan.
didn't see it from Dylan. I didn't see it.
Oh, okay, all right, that's fine. I guess you didn't watch any of the games. That's anyway.
Yeah, I
that's
watched
neither
a
here
lot
nor
of it.
there.
I didn't see
Neither
it.
here nor there.
We
so.
rapped though, right?
Huh?
We rapped. We posed.
No, man. Let's go, man. We go. Hey, yo. We're here every Wednesday. I got sidetracked by this guy here.
I thought we were done.
Well, we're here every Wednesday. So until next Wednesday, guys, we'll let you guys go, man. So until then, man, deuces, man. Later.